Colonel Meacham. He is owned by Jim P. and Jim P. Durante III. Jim Durante III drives and trains. Number 2 is Axe Farm Boy, owned by Rebecca Williams. Kevin Johnson trains Dave Maxwell, the driver. Number 3 is 04, leased and trained by Bob Phillips, Dean McGee. Number 4 is High Lonesome, leased and trained by Monroe Duncan, Marshall Duncan drives. Number 5 is Cam Wheel, owned by Jim Allen. Alex Coney trains and a driver change to Del Chupp. Number 6 is What's for Dessert, owned by Marshall McGee. Ron Roberts is the trainer. The driver is Andy Miller. Number 7, Cabell Hanover, owned by the L&B Stable. Kathy Peters trains and Jerry Longo, the driver. Number 8 is Road Commissioner, owned and trained by Jim Music, Dave McGee. We have 5 minutes to post, just 5 minutes. Track. First race Pacers in behind the starting gate. Here they come. They're off. On the outside, there goes a What's for Dessert, winging out for the lead. Colonel Meacham and Axe Farm Boy. So they dive into that first turn. 3 horses are across the track. What's for Dessert is on the outside, up now to challenge. What's for Dessert to take command. Axe Farm Boy is second, 2 lengths back. Colonel Meacham right there in third by 4 lengths. 04 is tucked in, another 2 lengths back. Too High Lonesome, followed by Cam Wheel. That's Cabell Hanover, trailing the field by the quarter. Road Commissioner, 28 seconds flat for the first quarter. Now your leader is What's for Dessert, and What's for Dessert shows the way now by 2. Axe Farm Boy is second by 3 lengths. Here comes 04, ranging up in third. Colonel Meacham is tucked in on the inside, followed now by Cam Wheel, and Cam Wheel, he dives to the outside of horses as they approach the half-mile juncture. What's for Dessert, your leader. 58 seconds flat, and now the race is half over. Into the clubhouse turn, and What's for Dessert shows the way. 04 was third, now moving second on the outside. Followed on the outside, High Lonesome. He's charging into third. Axe Farm Boy is saving ground. Followed on the outside, Cam Wheel is picking up horses. Also on the move on the outside is Cabell Hanover. But as they drive by 3/4, your leader is What's for Dessert. 3/4, 126 and 4, and What's for Dessert shows the way into the far turn, just 3 parts of a length, as 04 is alongside a challenging second. Axe Farm Boys looking for racing room. 3 wide, it's High Lonesome. Here they come, turning for home. On the outside, here comes High Lonesome. High Lonesome is 3 wide. On the inside, it's What's for Dessert. It's High Lonesome now to take command. High Lonesome on the outside at the wire. Results of the first are official. Time for the mile, 1:56, 3/5. In the winner's circle, number 4, High Lonesome. High Lonesome is leased and trained by Monroe Duncan. Marshall Duncan is the winning driver. 1:56.3, and High Lonesome has paced to a new lifetime mark. Prices posted. 4-6 exacta returns, $60.60, 60-60. Harmony Oaks Paul, owned by Janet Capron. Bob McCabe trains. Tom Insko, the driver. Number 2 is scratched. Here is number 3, He'll Be Classy, owned by John James Lamparis, along with James Lamparis. Teresa Ledford is the trainer. Doug Hamilton drives. Number 4 is Splendid Appeal, owned and trained by Jim Music. Dale Heitman drives. Number 5 is Jeff 2IU, owned by Jim Rowney. Kevin Orges trains. Dean McGee. Number 6, Red Cap. Red Cap is owned, trained, and driven by Terry Leonard. Number 7, David the Dude, owned by Evson Pindur. Dan Berry trains. Pat Berry drives. Number 8 is Jill's Rorty, owned by Susan Schroeder. Rick Schroeder trains, and Dave McGee, the driver. That's 5 minutes now, just 5 minutes to post. Here they come. They're off. On the outside, there goes David the Dude. There goes Jump to IU. Charging through on the inside, it's He'll Be Classy. And they drive for position. He'll Be Classy has the early speed. Jump to IU is on the outside second. Harmony Oaks Paul tucked in third. On the inside, Splendid Appeal. David the Dude driving to the outside, followed by Red Cap. 2 lengths back to Jill's Rudy as they drive by that opening quarter. Your leader by the quarter is She'll Be Classy. 29 3 the first quarter. She'll Be Classy, your leader on neck. Jeff to IU alongside a challenging second. Harmony Oaks Paul is saving ground in third as David the Dude joins the leaders on the outside. On the outside of horses, here comes Red Cap. Splendid Appeal is tucked in on the inside, approaching the half-mile juncture, and He'll Be Classy is your pace setter. Halfway home, they've hit the half a minute flat. Into the clubhouse turn, He'll Be Classy maintains the lead. That's Jeff to IU. Alongside now a challenging second. Harmony Oaks Paul saving ground with the leaders in third. That's David the Dude. Here comes Red Cap from the back of the pack. He's moving up 3 wide. And now from the back of the pack on the move, Jill's Rudy. But as they race up the back stretch, and it's a battle for the lead. On the inside, She'll Be Classy. David the Dude. 3 quarters, 129 4. They drive into the far turn, and She'll Be Classy holds tough on the inside alongside David the Dude. Now they're neck and neck. They're head and head for the lead. Here they come, turning for home. He'll Be Classy cuts the corner now and draws clear. On the outside of horses, now with a rush, Red Cap is closing ground. It's She'll Be Classy with the lead. It is He'll Be Classy at the wire. Results are official. Mark the mile, 1:58, 3/5. Moving to the winner's circle, number 3, He'll Be Classy. He'll Be Classy is owned by John James Lamperis and James Lamperis. Teresa Ledford is the trainer. The winning driver is Doug Hamilton. Prices posted, 3-1 exacta returns, $46.20. That's $46.20. The trifecta, 3-1-6, $593.20. The early daily double of 4-3, $74.20, $74.20. We have no changes in the third. Exacta trifecta is on the third. Here is the field for tonight's third. Here is number 1, Message to Michael, owned by the Allenby Stables. Katrina Rucker trains, Dean McGee drives. Number 2 is Hobo Bill, owned by Don Richardson. Monroe Duncan trains, and Marshall Duncan drives. Number 3 is Cooley High Harmony, owned by the Linwood Stable. Mark Frenzen trains, Dave McGee the driver. Number 4, Willie Buck, owned, trained, and driven by Terry Leonard. Number 5, Silver Expression, owned and trained by John Boutenshane. Andy Miller drives. Number 6 is Katie's Raja, owned by Jim Durante III. Jim Durante III also trains and drives. Number 7, Bossy Society, owned by Jim Crowley. Kevin Orges trains, Brian Carpenter drives. And number 8 is J.D. Shadow, owned by Shane Roberts. Sean Roberts is the trainer. Dave Maxwell drives. 5 minutes, just 5 minutes to post. Top of the turn. Here they come. They're off. In the center of the track, there goes Willie Buck out for the lead. On the inside, Message to Michael charging through. They drive for position. On the inside, Message to Michael. Alongside, Cooley High Harmony drives up now to challenge in second. Balloon on the inside. Hobo Bill right there in third. Willie Buck looks to drop in for that Silver Expression. Followed by K.D. Zaraja. 2 lengths back, Buzzy Society. J.D. Shadow now trails the field. 27-3 now for that first quarter. And Message to Michael leads the way now by 3. Cooley High Harmony closing the gap in second by about 6 lengths. As Silver Expression charges up on the outside. Failing to keep up is Hobo Bill as they approach that half-mile juncture. Message to Michael in command by 2. Cooley High Harmony is second, halfway home. 55-2, but up front it's Message to Michael. Cooley High Harmony stalks him in second. It's about 10 lengths back to Willie Buck out of the turn. Now they curve into the box stretch. Message to Michael by 2. Cooley High Harmony in second by 5 lengths. Silver Expression trying to keep up in third. To the outside of horses, there goes Willie Buck. To the outside, Buzzy Society. 3/4 on the board in 124-1 into the far turn. Message to Michael leads the way. Cooley High Harmony is under heavy urging in second. These two now are pulling away from the field around the final turn. Message to Michael, your leader. Here they come, turning for home. Message to Michael cuts the corner. Cooley High Harmony, one more try. Dave McGee is going to the whip. It's Message to Michael holding on. Moving to the winner's circle. Number 1, Message to Michael. Message to Michael is owned by the Allenby Stibble. Katrina Rucker is the trainer, and the winning driver is Dean McKee. And ladies and gentlemen, that mile of 153 3/5 is a new Maywood Park track record for a 4-year-old pacing gelding. Prices posted exacta 1-3, returning $18.60. $18.60. The try of 1-3-4 returns $84.20. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, our trackman, Joe Mazzone, reminds us this is a new Maywood Park track record, 153 3/5 for a 4-year-old pacing gelding. Third race rundown, top on him, 1-4-2, 3-6-8, 5-7 on the bottom. Tonight's 4th race, number 1 is Go Brian Go, owned by Bob Nevesmal. Terry King, the trainer. Dean McGee will drive. Number 2 is Nuclear Trip, owned by Margaret, Mike, Dan, and Marvin Carter. Mike Carter is the trainer, the driver, Dale Heitman. Number 3, Acting, owned by Tom and Lenny Kolchowski. Jim Eaton is the trainer, Andy Miller drives. Number 4, Fox Valley Ruckus, is owned by the Pinsky Stables, David Jose and Brian Pinsky. Brian Pinsky drives and trains. Number 5 is Casino Reno, owned by the Allenby Stable. Mike Sabacha trains and Pat Berry, the driver. Number 6 is Coldor, owned by the Flacco family farm, Rick Flacco and Frank Rovat Jr. Frank Rovat Jr. is the trainer, and Dan Knox, the driver. Number 7 is Holly Hill Calm. Holly Hill Calm is owned by Alfred Hoekstra. Chuck Gates Jr. is the trainer, Brett Holland, the driver. And number 8, Comanche Carson, owned by Mike Conti, Duncan Price Trains, and Dave McGee, the driver. That's the field, and we have 5 minutes, just 5 minutes to post. Here they come. They're off and pacing on the extreme outside. There goes Holly Hill Calm out for the lead. On the inside, Go Brian Go, charging through. Now they bank into that first turn, and from the outside, Holly Hill Calm circles them all, and Holly Hill Calm now takes command. Let's Go Brian Go. In second now by 4 lengths. Nuclear Trip in third. Rough in that first turn was Acting. Another 4 lengths back to Fox Valley Ruckus. A length and a quarter to Casino Reno. Coldar, Comanche Carson by that early quarter. 28 and 4 that first quarter. And Holly Hill Calm opens up on the field by 3. Go Brian Go is second by 2. Nuclear Trip in third to the outside. Here comes Actor was fourth. Now third and moving to the outside as they enter the stretch for the first time and approach that half-mile juncture. But Holly Hill Calm has a 2-length lead, and they're halfway home, and they've hit the half. 58 and 3, Holly Hill Calm into the clubhouse turn. Go Brian Go under Milder Gene in second. Acting now takes over second on the outside. Go Brian Go is now back to third, followed by Nuclear Trip. He takes to the outside, followed by Casino Reno. Another 4 lengths back now, and off stride in that turn. Acting is dropping back sharply. Driving now for that final quarter, and up front, it's Holly Hill Calm. 3 quarters, 127 and 2. Into the far turn they race, and your leader, Holly Hill Calm, now by 5. Go Brian Go is second. On the outside, Casino Reno. Here they come, turning for home. Holly Hill Calm is opening up the lead now by about 6 lengths. Go Brian Go under urging in second as they come to the wire. It's Holly Hill Calm with the lead. Holly Hill Calm has it at the wire. Fox Valley Ruckus is up for second. Circle. The 4th race winner, number 7, Holly Hill Calm. He is owned by Alfred Hoekstra. Chuck Gates Jr. trains. Brent Holland, the winning driver. Number 1, Go Brian Go, was third. Number 5, Casino Reno, finished 4. Results are official. Mile 156, 2/5. Holly Hill Calm has paced to a new lifetime mark. Even. The trifecta 741, $3,374.47. Number 1 is King's Cub, owned jointly by Mueller, Worcester, Don, and Williamson. Jim Dunn is the trainer. Laverne Hostether will drive. Number 2 is Broadway Legend, owned by Clyde Ralph Stevens. Jerry Penrod trains, and Brent Holland the driver. Number 3, Noteworthy Wolf, owned by Mike Medic. Russ Meyer is the trainer. Andy Miller drives. Number 4, Bold Spice, owned, trained, and driven by Terry Leonard. Number 6, 5 that is J.E. Big Red, owned by Marcine and Monroe Duncan. Monroe Duncan trains, Marshall Duncan drives. 6 is Midnight Rambler, owned by Lou Crotchet. Bob Phillips trains, Dean McGee the driver. Number 7 is Motzi, owned by Harvey Eisman. Jim Eaton trains, Dave McGee the driver. Number 8 is Ray Gay Skipper, owned by Jimmy McVeigh. Jim Music Trains, and Brian Carpenter Drives. We have 5 minutes, just 5 minutes to post. Here they come. They're off. There goes Noteworthy Wolf out for the lead. On the inside of him goes Broadway Legend, King's Cub. They drive into that first turn. 3 horses now are across the track. 3 wide. Noteworthy Wolf has the lead and nose, but Broadway Legend splits horses. Broadway Legend on the inside. Alongside Noteworthy Wolf. These two noses apart for the lead. King's Cub a length and a quarter back to Bold Spice as they drive now by that first quarter. 28-2 that early quarter, and we have a battle for the lead. On the inside, Noteworthy Wolf is your leader, a length and a quarter. Broadway Legend is second by 2. King's Cub in third, a length and a quarter back. That's Bold Spice as they approach that half-mile juncture, and up front positions are on change. Noteworthy Wolf is your leader by a length and a half. Broadway Legend sticks right there in second. King's Cub first over into third. 58-1 for the half. On the outside, that's Bold Spice coming on, and he's following cover. On the inside with nowhere to go, that's Motze. Out of the turn, now they curve into the back stretch. Less than a half mile to pace in the race, and your leader, Noteworthy Wolf, King's Cub, alongside a challenging second. Here comes Bold Spice into third. Broadway Legend on the inside, followed on the outside, J.E. Big Red. He's set to go 3 wide. On the inside, Motze is there. 3/4 on the board, 128. They swing into the far turn, and on the inside, just noses apart, Noteworthy Wolf, King's Cub, and these two heads apart. Here comes Bold Spice, and look at him fly. He's 3 wide. Here they come, turning for home, and Bold Spice is on the far outside now to take command. Noteworthy Wolf fighting to come back in second as Terry Leonard goes to the whip. It's Bold Spice with the lead. Bold Spice at the wire. The winner's circle, tonight's 5th race winner, number 4, Bold Spice. Bold Spice is owned, trained, and driven by Terry Leonard. Prices are posted, and the winning exacta for 8 returning $1,147.20, $1,147.20. And the winning trifecta for 8 and 3, a nice one, $18,654.50. Gentlemen, here is the field for tonight's 6th race. Here is number 1, Boomerang. Owned by Brian Carpenter, trained by Maria Howard. Brian Carpenter drives. Number 2, One More Brewski, owned by Jacqueline and Ed Brewski. Terry McAllister trains, and Andy Miller drives. Number 3, Fox Valley Premier, owned by Harold Glasgow, Joan and Fred Fasciano. Don Freeze is the trainer. Dean McGee will drive. Number 4 is Mr. Blue Sky, owned jointly by Pinsky Johnson, Virgin Shire Stables, and the R&D Sampson Stables. Brian Pinsky drives and trains. Number 5 is Carrie's Legacy, owned by Delio Valera. Mark Saporito drives and trains. Number 6 is Scratch. 7 is Go Ahead Try It, owned by the Nugget Acres Farm. Al Fleischer trains. Dave McGee, the driver. And number 8 is Bet You Can, owned by Carol Enns. Jim Music trains. Dale Heitman drives. We have 5 minutes, just 5 minutes to post. Here they come. They're all fan pacing on the outside. There goes Kerry's Legacy, shooting out for the lead. On the inside, there goes Boomerang, and they dive into that first turn. And from the outside, it's Kerry's Legacy, and Kerry's Legacy now has the lead a length and 3/4. Boomerang is second by 2. One more Brewski in third by a length and 1/4. Bet You Can, another length and 1/4 back to Fox Valley Premier, and to the outside slightly. That's Mr. Blue Sky, followed to the outside by Go Ahead Try It. Now that early quarter went 29 seconds flat, and Kerry's Legacy leads the way a length and a half. Boomerang right there in second. Fox Valley Premier first over on the outside in third. One more Brewski is tucked in. Mr. Blue Sky, he's following live cover. That's Bet You Can tucked in. Now to the outside, Go Ahead Try It. Halfway home, and they've hit the half in 59 seconds flat. And Kerry's Legacy leads the way into the clubhouse turn. Kerry's Legacy on top now a length. Fox Valley Premier under urging on the outside second. Boomerang, he has his sights on the leader in third. Mr. Blue Sky off stride on the outside. Off stride goes Fox Valley Premier. Fox Valley Premier is now off stride as they drive by the 3-mile juncture in 3/4. 127 and 3. Your leader on the inside is Kerry's Legacy. Mr. Blue Sky tries to come on in second. Boomerang and more Brewski. Here they come, turning for home. Kerry's Legacy leads the way. Mr. Blue Sky is out for the drive on the inside. Boomerang is charging through. It's Kerry's Legacy with the lead on Boomerang. Kerry's Legacy, Boomerang. Those two at the wire. Boomerang, Kerry's Legacy at the wire. 1-5 after returns. $10.80, $10.80. The trifecta 154. Returning $44.20, $44.20. Here is the field for tonight's 7th race. Number 1 is English Sunrise, owned by Bob McCormick. Neil Coleman drives and trains. Number 2 is Winning Formula, owned and trained by Mark Anderson. Dean McGee, the driver. Number 3 is Tin Soldier, owned by 5-3 Stable. Joe Anderson drives and trains. Number 4, the S-Man, owned by Judy Ackerman, Clara Martins, and Dave McCaffrey. Dave McCaffrey trains with Andy Miller, the driver. Here is number 5, A Little Gold, owned by Karen and John Herring. John Herring trains Del Chop, the driver. Number 6 is Ken's Bunny, owned by Jerry Putis, Dennis Piantradono. Jim Allison trains Dale Heitman, the driver. Number 7 is CEO, owned by Ron Parham. Katrina Rucker trains, Dave McGee drives, and number 8 is Flashy Proposal, leased by Brian Pinsky, trained and driven by Brian Pinsky. Now 4 minutes, just 4 minutes. Here they come. They're off. Tin Soldier on the outside going for the lead. There goes English Sunrise, Flashy Proposal, CEO charging up 3 wide. Now they move into that first turn on the inside. English Sunrise has the early lead, but Tin Soldier is alongside, and Tin Soldier now powers up to take command. English Sunrise is second. CEO now 2 lengths back in third. Winning Formula right with the leaders. Winning Formula goes off stride. Winning Formula first quarter went in 27 and 3, and Tin Soldier leads the way by 3. English Sunrise in second by 2. CEO in third, 2 lengths. Ken's Bunny. Now on the outside, here comes Flashy Proposal, followed by the S-Man. On the inside of horses, that's A Little Gold, moving by the half. And Tin Soldier, your pace setter, halfway home. 57 and 3, Tin Soldier leans into the clubhouse turn, but English Sunrise sticks right with the leader in second. On the outside, here comes Ken's Bunny. He's now moving into third. CEO is tucked in, followed on the outside of horses. There goes Flashy Proposal into contention, and from the back of the pack, A Little Gold is moving up. Now they drive up the backstretch, no less than a half mile to pace in the race, and Tin Soldier, your leader, 3/4, 127 flat, and Tin Soldier has that lead into the far turn. English Sunrise under the whip in second, CEO in third. Here they come now, turning for home, and Tin Soldier, he cuts the corner under urging. That's English Sunrise, a distant second as they come to the wire. Tin Soldier with the lead by 3. English Sunrise, that's Tin Soldier at the wire, close for second. Moving to the winner's circle, number 3, Tin Soldier. Tin Soldier is owned by the 5-3 stable. Joe Anderson drives and trains. 154.4, a mark for Tin Soldier. Prices posted 3-7 exacta, $14.20. Here is the field for tonight's 8th. Number 1 is Genuine Chevy, owned by Mike Brown and Dave McCaffrey. Dave McCaffrey trains. Danny Knox, the driver. Entry mate 1A, Save for a Rainy Day, owned by Ron Swanson, Don and Scott Musalami. Dave McCaffrey trains. Brent Holland, the driver. Number 2 is Fox Valley Porsche, owned by Bob and Mike Silberberg, along with Jim Eaton. Jim Eaton trains. Dave McGee will drive. Number 3, King Armand, is owned by Al Johnson. Al Johnson trains. Dean McGee will drive. Number 4, Silky Intrusion, owned by Victoria P. Incorporated. Joey Casano trains and Andy Miller drives. Number 5, Anxiety Flu, owned by Jerry Grevengode. Terry King, the trainer. Neil Coleman, the driver. Number 6, Broadway Momentum, owned by Neil Miller. Joe Anderson trains and drives. Number 7, Broadway Bastion, is owned and trained by Jim Music. Brian Carpenter, the driver. And number 8, Chicago Jazz, owned by Regina, Kevin, and Brian Lynch. Donna Lee, the trainer. Marshall Duncan drives. There's 5 minutes, just 5 minutes to post. Here they come. They're off. There goes Fox Valley Porsche going out for the lead. Joined on the outside of horses, here comes Silky Intrusion. Joined further out now by Save for a Rainy Day as they gather into that first turn and head now for that early quarter. From the outside, Silky Intrusion. Silky Intrusion now to take command. And that's Fox Valley Porsche right there in second. Save for a Rainy Day thunders into third. Followed on the inside, that's Chicago Jazz 2 lengths back. King Armand 4 lengths back. Now to Genuine Chevy, followed by Silky Intrusion. Make that Anxiety Flu. Now they're by that first quarter, 27 and 1. Entering the stretch now for the first time, and it's a battle for the lead. On the inside, Silky Intrusion, but Save for a Rainy Day alongside a challenging second, followed by Fox Valley Porsche, tucked in third. On the outside, Chicago Jazz, halfway home, and they hit the half in 56 and 2. Into the clubhouse turn, Silky Intrusion leads the way. On the outside, Save for a Rainy Day, still trying to come on in second. That's Fox Valley Porsche. Right there in third now, 3 wide. Here comes Chicago Jazz. 3 wide. King Armand is on the move. On the inside of us is Genuine Chevy has nowhere to go. From the back of the pack, That's Anxiety Flew and Broadway Momentum. 3/4 on the board. 125 and 3. Into the far turn they race. Your leader is Silky Intrusion. Silky Intrusion under urging number length and a half. On the outside, King Armand is storming up on the outside into second. Here they come now, turning for home. Silky Intrusion has the lead on the inside. Fox Valley Porsche back for second. As they come to the wire, it's Silky Intrusion close for second. Moving to the winner's circle, number 4, Silky Intrusion. Silky Intrusion is owned by Victoria P. Incorporated. Joe Casano trains. The winning driver is Andy Miller. Congratulating the winning team, Racing Secretary Dr. Rotsky, a special trophy presentation. 153 2/5 results official. Prices posted for 2 Exacta, $34.20. By the Cura Racing Stable, Tom Stemper trains, Doug Hamilton drives. Number 2 is Sakat, owned and trained by Al Johnson, Dean McGee. Number 3 is Jeffrey's Bet, owned by Neil Silverman, DTP Standard Breds, Sierra Stable, Tom Hummer drives and trains. Number 4 is Broadway Preview, owned by Sarah Hunt, Hunt Harness Horses, Mark Franzen trains, Dave McGee is the driver. Here is number 5, Between Two Thieves, owned by the Painted Desert Stable Incorporated, Brian Pinsky trains and will drive. Number 6, Lake Hills Pete, owned, trained, and driven by Del Chop. 7 is Bingo Johnny, owned by John Leahy, Anderson Racing Incorporated. Joe Anderson drives and trains. Number 8 is Greek Fire, owned by Acme Racing Stables. Dave McCaffrey trains, Andy Miller drives. We have 5 minutes, just 5 minutes supposed. Here they come. They're off. Fox Valley Arsenic on the inside goes right for the top as they dive into that first turn. Fox Valley Arsenic has the early speed. Sakat. There goes Jeffrey's Pet thundering into second. Sakat back to third. Lake Hills Pete rambling up on the outside, followed by Broadway Preview as they approach that early quarter. And from the outside of the rush, that's Jeffrey's Pet with a neck in front. 3/4 on the board, 3/4, 28 seconds flat. Here comes Lake Hills Pete, 3 wide. Lake Hills Pete from the outside of the rush to take command. Fox Valley Arsenic is back to second. Sakat right with the leaders in third. Jeffrey's Pet is on the outside. Here comes Broadway Preview following cover to the outside Between Two Thieves. That's Bingo Johnny. Lake Hills Pete, that's Greek Fire at the end. By the half-mile juncture, and Lake Hills Pete, your leader, 56 and 4, and Lake Hills Pete shows the way into the clubhouse turn. Fox Valley Arsenic getting that great trip in second. That's Sakat. He's out slightly in third. Followed on the outside, Broadway Preview is coming on. Now Jeffrey's Pet. He's looking for racing room to the outside of us Between Two Thieves and Bingo Johnny as they drive by the 3/4 mile juncture. And your leader on the inside is Lake Hills Pete. 125 and 3, and Lake Hills Pete on the inside alongside Sakat, a challenging second. It's 3 lengths back to Fox Valley Arsenic and Broadway Preview. Here they come now, turning for home. Lake Hills Pete. He cuts the corner under urging to the outside. That's Broadway Preview. That's Sicot, rather, coming to the outside. Lake Hills Pete with the lead. Lake Hills Pete, Sicot at the wire. Moving to the winner's circle. Number 6, Lake Hills Pete. Lake Hills Pete is owned, trained, and driven by Del Chop. Results official time for the mile, 1:54, too fast. Here's the field for tonight's 10th. Number 1, Tommy Fra, owned by Marion Thomas and Perry Smith. Perry Smith trains and Del Chop the driver. Number 2, Recognized, is leased by Stephen Swindell. Duncan Price trains and Brent Holland drives. Number 3 is Park Lane Comet, owned by Shirley and Art Levine. Doug Larson trains and Dave McGee the driver. Number 4 is Quick Tide, owned and trained by Merv Chupp, Lover and Hostetler drives. Number 5 is Timu, owned by Greg Aglepe and Noel Alcantara. Russ Meyer trains and the driver is Andy Miller. Number 6, Gemini Jason. Gemini Jason is owned by the L&L Divisor Partnership. Joe Seekman is the trainer. The driver is Dale Heitbahn. Number 7 is Redskin Rocky. Dave Whitlow is the owner. Chuck Gage Jr. trains. Dean McGee the driver. Now 6 minutes. Here they come. They're off. Quick Tide on the outside going for the lead. Further out, there goes Redskin Rocky. They drive into that first turn in the center of the track. Quick Tide has the lead just a nose, but Tommy Fra shoots on through, and Tommy Fra is on the inside now to take command. Tommy Fra now by 2. It's Recognized in second. Followed on the inside of us, Park Lane Comet in third. Quick Tide on the outside. Redskin Rocky is parked 2 lengths back. Timu and Gemini Jason. 28 seconds flat now for that first quarter. And up front, Tommy Fra leads the way a length and a quarter. Redskin Rocky still parked but moving to second. On the inside, Recognized in third. Park Lane Comet tucked in with the leaders to the outside of us. Here comes Gemini Jason as they drive now for that half-mile juncture. And Tommy Fra maintains the lead, and Tommy Fra shows him by the half-mile marker in 57 and 2. Tommy Fra into the clubhouse turn. Redskin Rocky is on the outside, still trying to come on in second. Recognized right with the leaders in third. Park Lane Comet now following cover. Park Lane Comet is moving up 3 wide out of the turn. They race up the back stretch, and Park Lane Comet is on the outside to challenge Tommy Fra for the lead. 3/4 on the board in 1:26 and 1. Into the far turn they race. On the inside, that's Tommy Fra. On the outside, Park Lane Comet next apart for the lead. Gemini Jason in third and Recognized. Here they come now, turning for home. Park Lane Comet in the center of the track. Tommy Fra digs in on the inside. Now they're neck and neck. They're head and head as they come to the wire. It's Tommy Fra straining clear. It is Tommy Fra at the wire. One Tommy Fra. Tommy Fry is owned by Marion Thomas and Jerry Smith. I'm sorry, that's Perry Smith. Perry Smith is the winning trainer, the winning driver, Del Chop. Back-to-back winners for Del Chop. 1-3 exacta returning $21.60, $21.60. Here is the field for tonight's 11th. Number 1 is Holly Hill Fashion, owned by the Little Springwood Farm. Laverne Hostetler drives and trains. Number 2, Playmore, owned by John Leahy and Tim Sweeney. Joe Anderson drives and trains. Number 3, Radio, owned by the Cura Racing Stable. Tom Stemper trains. Doug Hamilton drives. Number 4 is Monster Mac, owned by Al Goldswig. Carl Williams is the trainer. Dave McGee will drive. Number 6 is Laker Magic, owned by Richard Gorilla. Bob Black trains and Dale Heitman drives. Number 7 is Ichabod Huncho, owned and trained by Mark Anderson. Dean McGee will drive. Number 8 is Woodgate, owned by Eugene Hubler. Jim Ellison is the trainer. Brent Holland drives. 5 minutes is 5 minutes to post. Time of the turn. Here they come. They're off. In the center of the track under urging Monster Mac. Charging out, but on the inside, Holly Hill Fashion into the turn, and Holly Hill Fashion steps out to lead now by 2. Monster Mac is second. On the outside, it's Laker Magic parked in third. On the inside of us, that's Playmore. Another 2 lengths back to Radio, followed now by Majestic Lance. 2 lengths back to Woodgate. Trailing the field, that's Ichabod Huncho. 27-2 now for that first quarter. And they're battling up front. On the inside, it's Holly Hill Fashion. On the outside, Laker Magic. These two are fighting for the lead. Now Laker Magic settles into second. Monster Mac now into third, followed now by Playmore. As they move for the half-mile marker, Holly Hill Fashion has a 2-length lead. Laker Magic in second by 2.5. Monster Mac in third. 56 seconds flat for the half. A length and a quarter back now to Playmore. Playmore is out sharply, and Playmore is on the move. To the outside now, Radio uses him for cover. On the inside of us, that's Majestic Glance. Now they curve into the back stretch. Less than a half mile to pace in the race. Holly Hill Fashion has the lead, but to the outside of us, Playmore tries the leader one more time. Radio right them in third. To the outside, Woodgate in 3/4. 1:25 3. Now they move into the far turn. Holly Hill Fashion maintains a lead a length and a quarter. Here comes Woodgate. Now third, now second, and look at him fly. Here comes Woodgate with a rush. Here they come, turning for home, and Woodgate is your new leader. On the inside, Holly Hill Fashion fighting to come back. It's Woodgate with the lead. It's going to be Woodgate close for second. Moving to the winner's circle. Number 8, Woodgate. Woodgate is owned by Eugene Hubler. Jim Allison is the trainer, the winning driver, Brett Holland. 1:54 2/5. Woodgate has paced to a new lifetime mark. $58 even. And the superfecta, ladies and gentlemen, 8, 3, 1, and all. Race here is number 1, Dual Fiddle Skipper, owned by Ken Hupak. Gary Hart Dillon is the trainer. The driver is Andy Miller. Number 2 is AJ's Dad, owned by Rose and George Bonomo. Jim Meade trains and Danny Knox drives. Number 3, 5th Anniversary, owned by Mike Sheehan. John Izuski trains, Dale Heitman the driver. Here is number 4, Bold and Sassy, owned by Bruce Eggert. Tom Roth is the trainer. Dean McGee will drive. Number 5, Why Not Me, owned by Don Loffenberg. Terry Leonard trains and drives. Number 6 is Magic Cam, owned by Al D'Onofrio. Ron Anderson trains and Marshall Duncan drives. Number 7 is Scratch Lame. Number 8 is Indian Folklore, owned by Roger Rowland. Dave McCaffrey is the trainer, and the driver is Dave McGee. There's 5 minutes, just 5 minutes to post. Here they come. And they're off. There goes Duo Fiddle Skipper on the inside, hustling out for the lead. Joined by AJ's dad, 5th anniversary. Into the turn they race on the inside. Duo Fiddle Skipper has that early lead. AJ's dad settles into second to length. 5th anniversary. Right there in third, it's 4 lengths back to Bold and Sassy. Why Not Me, Magic Cam, and Indian Folklore. Now they move by that early quarter. Your leader is Duo Fiddle Skipper. That first quarter, 28-3. Duo Fiddle Skipper has the lead with AJ's dad, taking up the chase in second. 5th anniversary takes to the outside, now into third. Followed on the inside, Bold and Sassy. Why Not Me to the outside, followed now by Magic Cam. Indian Folklore. They're heading for the half-mile juncture. It's Duo Fiddle Skipper with the lead. 5th anniversary is on the attack. 58-1, now the race is half over. Into the clubhouse turn, Duo Fiddle Skipper leads the way, but 5th anniversary is on the outside, trying to come on in second. AJ's dad, right with the leaders in third, followed by Why Not Me following cover. It's Bold and Sassy with nowhere to go. Magic Cam and Indian Folklore. Now there's less than a half mile to pace in the race, and Indian Folklore make that Duo Fiddle Skipper your leader a length and a half. 3 quarters in 1:27-3. Into the far turn, Duo Fiddle Skipper leads the way. AJ's dad second. 5th anniversary in third. Here they come turning for home, and Duo Fiddle Skipper has the lead under urging now by 2. On the inside, AJ's dad is out for the drive, coming to the wire with Duo Fiddle Skipper. Duo Fiddle Skipper on top. AJ's dad is second. Moving to the winner's circle, number 1, Duo Fiddle Skipper. Duo Fiddle Skipper is owned by Ken Hupak. Gary Hottail and trains Andy Miller, a driving double. $34.60. 12th race rundown, top body 1, 2, 7, 3, 6, 4, scratch 5 on the bottom.